everybody, it's Portal, and we're here with the mid-season review of The Punisher. As always, I'm Matt, this is Mike, and we're going to jump right into it and tell you exactly what we think.
The first 6 episodes. Dina Madani is amazing.
Yeah.
I love her. She's a very important character as far as the police go, because she already knows about Castle, you know? Already knows that he
Well, she has the face-to-face in, like, what is it, episode 4?
Yeah.
And that, like, chicken...
That was scary, dude, yeah.
Face down they have.
That was scary, yeah. Yeah, Rollins as well is one of my favorite characters. Just how menacing he is.
I wouldn't say favorite. He's a scumbag. He is an absolute scumbag. He's good at being a villain.
I can't not see him as the priest from Sopranos.
No, absolutely not. And even there, he was a scumbag. He was trying to get with Carm, which is pretty fitting.
I think the guy from Westworld, Billy Russo, I'm forgetting the actor's name, but I was happy to see him pop up again.
Knew he was going to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
Called it when we were watching it.
Exactly, yeah.
The first scenes you see him in, he's just like, I know him somewhere. It took me a little bit to figure out it's Westworld, but even in Westworld, he's a piece of shit, and he's back to his old ways.
I thought Curtis was going to be the guy that was going to end up being, fucked up, but...
Couldn't see it, man. It was just it'd be too obvious to do it that way.
But basically, I'm loving what I'm seeing. I think that Marvel has got another foot in, this series binge-watching world, and I think for Punisher, it's great, What's the guy that plays Punisher? What's his name?
Oh, I forget his actual name. He's Frank Castle, the Punisher. I'm not sure what his actual name is.
Yeah, I think he's doing a great job of, and those scenes with, like, his wife when he's waking up, it's very kind of like Rainbow Room, 3 to the left, 4 to the right.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like, oh, sleepyhead.
Yeah.
Those are hard to watch, especially when she gets shot in the head, too.
That makes me think of one of the main points I wanted to bring up is the addressing of PTSD in so many ways.
Huge.
Like,
huge in this.
They bring in the military aspect and a lot of the darker sides. Like, yeah, these are a lot of people who are like who are put on a pedestal for their service. A lot of them rightfully so. Some of them not, like Rollins, for instance.
Basically.
But they bring up this PTSD. You have the kid that's in the meetings with Curtis, and he doesn't believe in Curtis's message. He thinks it's all bullshit and no one cares about soldiers. And then you have that older man who's in there as well, kind of feeding into this.
Guy from The Wire.
Yeah, and selling him this load of bullshit. And he
starts
to buy into it. And then when Curtis reveals to the kid that he's a sham, that he's pretty much false valor. Yeah, he served, but he didn't actually go overseas, didn't see any combat. You see, like, where a serious, severe case of PTSD can lead someone who is not being treated or being, cared for in the proper way. And it does bring up the idea that we do leave soldiers behind. So I think it's cool that they're addressing a lot of real-world issues at the same time. The violence is pretty over the top.
Honestly, I'm happy about that, because I didn't want it to be watered down. I like violent shit. I think, it's very visceral.
And it's true to the Punisher.
Yes, it's exactly. That's what I was kind of worried about, because you think about Punisher, and something that you brought up to me was that they kind of maybe pushed the date back because of what happened in Las Vegas.
Yeah, which is horrible.
Horrible, but from the first 5 minutes of the show, I'm like, okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Like, I get why you did that.
There's like 4 kills in the first minute.
Headshots. And that, not that I'm a sicko, but I appreciate that because it's true to what this is.
Yeah, Frank Castle, the Punisher.
Where do you think it's gonna go?
I don't know. I really wanted to come in saying, I'm calling it right now, Billy Russo's the villain. But of course, episode 6, very end, you find out he's the villain.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean,
do you think Anvil is going to? I think in the end it's going to be Punisher versus Anvil.
Punisher. Yeah, I would agree. I think it's already been Punisher versus Anvil, though.
I think Curtis is going to come to his side.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I think he already has. He already helped him in the 5th episode, I think. But I think that the people we saw go after Frank and his buddy in Virginia in the woods, I think that's going to turn out to be Anvil troops, which you didn't know originally because they were in camo. But the whole time you have Rollins watching the heads-up display from their helmets, and I gotta bet that those are Anvil soldiers, and they were just kind of hiding because you didn't find out that Billy was working with Rollins at that point. So I think there is going to be a major face-off with Anvil, and I think that the kid who killed the guy from The Wire is actually going to be spared because Curtis interfering with his application to Anvil.
Absolutely.
So although he did commit a bad crime, and there's going to be something coming from that, I think that he was spared the Punisher's death because the Punisher is going to be out for Anvil.
Where do you think Madani's going to be in all this? Is there going to be season 2? I think they.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we totally will be.
I mean, because there wasn't even supposed to be a Punisher series at first, I don't think, but everyone just loved him so much in Daredevil.
Yeah.
That they were like, we gotta do this.
Yeah,
we gotta
exactly.
capitalize. So I think there will be a second series. I don't know what's gonna happen with Donnie. I feel like it's gonna be like a brush with death kind of thing. Because she also doesn't. She still trusts Billy Russo. She's the one that told Billy that Frank Castle still exists. So she doesn't know, and neither does Frank Castle, that he's on the opposite side.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be something interesting happening. But overall, I'm really happy with where it's gone so far.
I'm extremely happy.
Anything else you're looking to see?
Netflix. I'm just looking for, I just want this story, because the story is what is surprising me with all these Marvel series, because these are characters and superheroes that could basically be done in the same trope, but, the story is actually kind of taking us to new places with these old characters.
Mm-hmm.
I like to see Netflix keep on doing that and just keep on serving me those headshots and the blood and the gore.
Yeah.
And, the acting as well is great. The guy that plays Lieberman.
Yeah, Micro.
Love
really
that
good.
dude.
Yeah.
Love that dude. His wife's really hot.
Yeah, she is.
Right.
You know what? I really hope that Cass wasn't doing anything there.
That
would make me feel really bad.
If you guys have ever seen True Detective Season 1, it's a Rust and Maggie type
Yeah,
situation.
it's really similar. You're
it's
right.
It's hard to watch if that does happen.
You're 100% on that. I don't want to see it. I really don't want to see it, man. And I feel like it keeps on...
I don't think Punisher's going to go there.
But it keeps on inching towards it. There's going to be something weird that happens.
Like when he's watching the screens. And it's just like, dude, like...
She's offering Frank a glass of wine, and it's like...
And the other thing that is, Punisher knows that he's watching too, so it'd be even worse if he didn't know.
Knowingly making him see that. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's almost like Punisher's twisting the knife, and he knows he's watching. But basically, we just want to kind of do a quick rundown of the first 6 episodes.
We're going to be doing this with some other series, I think. And a big video game releases, we'll do like the first hour, 2 hours of play, just to get you the first take on it.
Exactly.
Pretty much as soon as we're done, we're going to get on camera and just kind of give you our first, like, off the bat kind of reactions.
And there will be a follow-up video to the full season review as well. So, it's just Portal signing off.
Yeah, check out the full season review on the next week's episode of Portal Podcast. We're also going to be covering Star Wars Battlefront 2 and some other topics. So please like, subscribe. We're on iTunes, YouTube, and Audio Boom now.
Amazon, Audible.
We'll see you guys soon, though. We'll see you next week.